Moving on to our flows for building strength, burning calories. Of course, there's flexibility and balance in there as well, but the main focus is strength. So these two flows need to be done after warming up. So sun salutations, 3 sun salutations are a great way to warm up for these flows. All right, our flow number 1. We're gonna be in a downward facing dog, and we're gonna do a plank, and then we're gonna do a side plank with a knee modification, followed on both sides, followed by a dolphin plank and a dolphin pose. Then we'll rest in a child's pose, and then we'll return into our downward facing dog, go through a plank, then a low plank, the chaturanga, and then we'll come up to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. All right, let's begin with all these beautiful planks, building strength in our core, in our upper body, and of course in our legs. All right, so we start with a downward facing dog. So if you are finishing up your sun salutations, you're going to be in a downward facing dog. So you could just go right from there. If you're not, let's get into our downward facing dog. A great place to do that is through our plank. So let's come up into our plank. 5 fingers pushing the mat away. Nice strong legs, belly button's tucked, bottom is tucked in. And then hips go up, downward facing dog, adjusting your legs. And from here, let's come forward to a plank. From here, let's bring our left knee down and bring our left hand in the middle, in front of our face. And then the right leg is gonna come long. We're gonna pivot the left leg just a little, and we're gonna open up into the side plank. If you can ground through the outer edge of the back of the extended leg, that'd be great. We're gonna stack shoulder above the wrist, and same with the flying wrist. So nice long line here, beautiful. When you work your strength and you would like to try a full plank, side plank, this is how we're gonna go into it. From here, we're gonna bring both hands. We're gonna come into it through a plank. From our plank, we place our left hand in the middle. We pivot on both of our feet, coming onto a blade of our foot, and we open up to the side this way. Dropping the knee, as we discussed before, totally acceptable as you're working on building that strength. Beautiful. Let's come back through our plank. Let's do the other side. Drop the right knee, pivot it out, and extend, open up on the other side. Wrist stacked, shoulders stacked, left hand reaching up, right hand pushing the mat away, and breathe. Belly button's engaged. And when you're ready, coming back through center. Beautiful. Very nice side planks. Practicing them 2 more times on each side is fantastic as far as you're comfortable with it. All right, so from here, we're gonna come in a dolphin plank. So dolphin plank is gonna be on our forearms. So we're gonna bring our forearms down, nice 90-degree angle. Fingers are nice and open. Come into our downward, into our plank. Holding the plank here for a few seconds, breathing, not holding a breath. And when you're ready, walk those legs up into a downward facing dog on your forearms, which is called a dolphin pose. So forearms down, nice long legs, and wherever you are, just hanging here and breathing. And then gently dropping your knees and resting here and sitting back into your child's pose. And then repeating that dolphin plank and dolphin pose 1 or 2 more times, whatever works for you, seeing how to breathe through it, just breathing through those. So let's try it again. Let's do a plank pose, coming into our forearms and breathing here. The gaze is between your hands, and then slowly walking your legs up into this dolphin pose and breathing here, and then gently bringing knees down and sitting back, child's pose. Nice big inhale and exhale. Enjoy that rest. Before we move on to our chaturangas. So from this child's pose, when you're ready, we're gonna bring our hands really, really long, and then coming onto all fours. And then coming into a downward facing dog, tucking the toes, coming up. And let's pivot forward to a high plank. And we're gonna do a low plank. So gently, just lower down. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go through that one more time. Inhale, pivot forward. Exhale, lower down to a hover. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And then dropping your knees and sitting back in that child's pose. So this is flow 1 for the strength building. Repeating that flow 1 more time, or maybe 2, whatever you're comfortable with, is going to be a great practice. We're going to move on to our flow number 2 for the strength building. We're going to start in our downward facing dog, and then do a lunge. We're going to come into a lunge, open up to a warrior 2, recline into radiant warrior, come into a triangle, transition into a forward fold, and then repeat it all on the other side. So let's begin. We're starting from a downward facing dog. So getting comfortable in our down dog there, coming from a plank, and then finding the space. Inhale, the right leg goes up. Bend the knee, squeeze it in towards the nose, hover forward, and come up into a lunge. Take your time getting there. So this is a part of our balancing routine. So if you want to practice this, this is gonna offer you balance and strength. Gonna open up, pivot on that back foot, warrior 2. Nice wide stance, takes up a lot of your mat. Hands to a T, gaze over the front leg, front fingers. The front leg is bent at a 90-degree. Nice. When you peek down, you see your toe. So nice bend in the knee, and you can see your toe. If not, just gently open up your toe. The heel of the front leg comes into the middle of the back. Let's flip that front palm and sail it up like we're pointing to a 12 on a clock. Keep the bend into that front leg. Gently bend and extend the side body here and breathe. Inhale, come back through center, warrior 1, 2. Straighten through that front leg, triangle, reach forward, and then release that hand. Bring the other hand up, breathe here. Nice stacking of the hips, hand is flying up. Inhale, back. Beautiful. Let's close it off. Let's pivot on that right leg. And now the legs are going to be parallel to each other. And we're going to prepare we're gonna prepare for a forward fold. So I just turned this way. You can stay wherever you are. Hands are gonna come onto our hips, and inhale halfway. We're gonna stop in the middle. We're gonna lengthen that spine, and we're gonna come all the way down and just release the hands wherever they plant, maybe widening your legs, slightly pigeon-toed legs in, gentle bend in the knees, and breathe here. With each inhale, lengthen your spine. The weight is in our toes, the heels are weightless, so if you can move forward, you'll feel that balance. Inhale forward, and exhale, come a little bit lower. And inhale, and come lower. Beautiful. Let's gently begin to come up. Shorten your stance if you widened it. Hands come to hips. Slowly with control, bring yourself all the way up. Beautiful. So we're here, we're gonna take it over to the other side. For that, we're gonna pivot on the left foot, on the heel, and come to face this wall here. We're gonna close off this leg and come into that lunge, shortening the stance. Beautiful. So left leg is bent 90 degrees, right leg is up on that ball of the foot like you're pressing into the wall with that heel. Hands come up, sweep up, belly buttons press to the spine. Beautiful. Imagine both inner thighs reaching towards each other. That's going to create balance and base. Nice base for us. Nice inhale here. Exhale. Open up, warrior two on this side. So taking same adjustments, nice 90-degree bend in a front leg, making sure we can see those toes. Shoulders are down, hands to a T. Flip the front palm, sail it up to a 12, and then continue. The right hand is weightless, resting on that back leg. Inhale back through center, straighten through the front leg, triangle on the side. Beautiful. Extension, feeling nice. And lifted here through our flying hand, using our core here to hold us up. The left hand is weightless. It can come out to the side. Inhale, back through center. And let's close off the legs. Legs are going to be once again parallel to each other. Taking one more wide-legged forward fold. An option here to clasp your hands behind you, bringing your shoulders together and pulling the shoulders back. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. So continue folding forward. The hands, imagine the hands coming over the top of your head and hitting the floor. That's the direction they're moving in. That's going to be a nice shoulder opener for us. Whenever you're done with the clasp, just bring your hands in front of you. Whatever feels good. Balance is in our toes. Nice long spine. Nice inhale and exhale. And then let's bring our toes, legs a little together, and then nice straight spine. Come all the way up. Head comes up last. Nice inhale. Exhale. Shorten your stance and shake it out. So that's going to be our second flow for strength and flexibility.